Hi, this is Eduardo, and in this video we're going to be demonstrating paint correction at its best. Unfortunately, this brand new 2014 Porsche Cayman is obviously damaged by driving through a sandstorm and improper detailing techniques. As you can see, it has numerous swirls, scratches, and holograms all over the car, which kind of doled out the black. So in this video we will be demonstrating our corrective restoration process. Here we have Jorge, who's been a technician with us for over 4 years, wet sanding the engine hood. What this does is smooths out the clear coat in order to remove any imperfections that the top layer of the clear coat has. So that includes the swirls, scratches, and the holograms. The color sanding process will level out the clear coat to achieve a mirror shine. So we will be doing this process on the entire car. Once we have completed the entire car, of course, we're going to safeguard all the trim around the window edges, doors, and logos to prevent further damage. We certainly do not want to dole out this trim on this brand new 2014 Cayman. Now in this segment, as you can see on the paint finish, it's a little bit hazy. So that's actually the clear coat that has been sanded smooth, removing any imperfections that the clear coat has. And so in this process, what we're doing now is buffing out the color, or getting that mirror shine back. So we are using a compound process to bring out the luster which the car had originally came with. Now we're definitely going to repeat this process until the desired shine is achieved. It does take about 2 or 3 different grades of compound in order to achieve that new car shine. So we have your coarse compounds, to your lighter compounds, and to your fine compounds, depending on the severity of the damage to your vehicle. Unfortunately, due to this particular damage, we do have to use a heavy compound treatment in order to level out the clear coat. Now in this video segment, we're obviously going to be doing the engine hood. So with the wet sand process and compound process, you want to take sections per sections per sections. Unlike wax, where you can just apply it and take it off immediately, the compound process needs experience in order to achieve the shine. Not everybody who details vehicles can compound or wet sand, obviously, or we wouldn't have this car in our shop being repaired. So as you can see, Isaac is going back and forth, horizontal and vertical, to ensure that we get the whole section of the engine hood. As you can see, the haziness, which is the compound, which actually is the color sand process, is being buffed out to a shine once again. So we will repeat this step for the entire car and repeat the step if needed, if there's a section of the vehicle that requires more attention. Usually your engine hood, your quarter panel are the most prevalent areas which get severe scratching and swirling. So as you can see in the video, he's just going back and forth to achieve that shine. It's not a quick, 5 or 10 minute process. In order to get that mirror shine where it's level when the sun hits it, this is the process that needs to be done. And in this segment, we're just demonstrating the next section of the vehicle that we are compounding to, of course, get that new car shine once again. So again, we utilize the cutting pad. The white pad that you see on the machine is called a cutting pad. This is a process, a more aggressive process of restoring paint finishes. So if you have hard water damage, if you have hazing, which usually happens on white cars, gives it kind of a cloudy effect on your paint finish. This is the process of cutting the imperfection off, cutting the damaged clear coat off the paint in order to get into the second layer of the clear coat in order to restore the shine. So with a back and forth motion, both horizontally and vertically, the finished product will look like nothing ever happened. Now once we have completely restored the paint finish back to new, as you can see in the video, it doesn't have the holograms, the swirls, the scratches that it had came in with. So once we are done with the compound and wet sand process, of course we rewash the vehicle to get rid of all the compound dust and grit that can be left behind. So in this segment, Jorge is now putting a lighter, well, we're actually polishing out the engine hood. Again, anytime you do a compound process or even a wax, you do want to go in a vertical motion and a horizontal motion in order to have an even shine on the panel that you're restoring or waxing. And we will repeat this step for the entire car. Now in this segment of the video, as you can see, the vehicle is completely scratch and swirl free. So on this final step, since we are putting an Opti coating, which is going to give it more stain resistance, more scratch resistance, we now need to use the Opti line of the polish. So we are prepping the surface for the adhesion of the Opti product. Now again, Opti is a coating. After we restore the car, we put a coating on top of the clear coat, which is going to act as a buffer against stains and minor swirling imperfections that you can get. The best thing about Opti is that it is self-healing. So what that means is that once you have the product on your vehicle, which is permanent, once you have this product on your vehicle, if you happen to get a minor scratch or swirl or even a stain, it will evaporate after a few days. Now what we're going to do in this segment is, after we use the Opti polish, we're going to, of course, use microfiber towels in order not to scratch up and swirl up the paint again. And we're going to remove all the, we're going to hand polish the panels, remove all the dust and so forth. And this is going to give us an opportunity to look at the panel, make sure that we did remove all the imperfections that was caused not only by the sandstorm but by the improper detailing technique that was done on this Porsche Cayman. Now once we have achieved the mirror shine, we are now going to apply the Opti coating. So as you can see, we are putting it, we're taking section per section, we are putting the Opti coating on the paint finish. So this is going to bond with the clear coat, and the product itself will be the buffer. So when I say buffer, what I'm meaning is it's going to take all the impact of the environmental damage that can occur, such as minor washing scratches, bird droppings, hard water deposits. You have bugs and tree sap that can actually stain the vehicle. So in this video, as you can see, the product is starting to dry on the vehicle. So once it begins to flash, in other words dry, in the detailing industry, when it starts to dry, we call it flashing. It will turn lighter, and that's when we have to smooth out the Opti product in order not to leave any streaks or imperfections in the final application. So as you can see, Isaac is hand polishing the Opti product on the vehicle. So it takes about 30 days for the product to completely cure. Now we're just going to repeat the step of the Opti application. Again, we have to take section per section per section per section. It's not like a wax where you can just put on and just let it sit and take it off at your leisure. There is a process of applying and removing the Opti product, or not actually removing, but wiping the excess off. Because when the product dries, you certainly do not want any streaks in the final presentation or the final result of the process. So Isaac is giving the product a little bit of time to dry, and once a product begins to flash, then he'll start hand polishing the engine hood. And the optical product is really unique. You can actually put it on the logos. There's a line for the headlights. There's a line for the windshield to give it more durability. You can put this coating on pretty much anywhere on the vehicle that you need protected. And for new vehicles, you can certainly purchase a warranty card which will give you the assurance that the product is not going to stain. Now, as you can see in this video, we had completely restored this Cayman back to new. Again, this was a 2014 black Porsche Cayman S, and it came in completely swirled, scratched, hologrammed. Now, this did take us about 2 days to restore. As you can see, we regained the shine. In this segment, we have the Porsche outside, so you can certainly see what your vehicle would look like after this process. As you can see, all the holograms, all the swirls and scratches are completely removed by using our paint corrective service. Now, this is a recap of what the car looked like before the service. So as you can see on the engine hood, you have the holograms, which is a wavy reflection that the light is giving. You have the swirls, you have the scratches. Yeah, it was a pretty bad detail received on this beautiful car. Now, in this segment of the video is again our final result. Again, we use our paint-free correction process, which includes a color sanding, compound treatment, and optical line. Hope you enjoy.